Hello, y'all. Welcome to my 100-day Demon Slayer journey here. I just wanted to go through some goals that I have for this little series here. I want to be able to kill just about all the upper moons and achieve the rank of Hashira. So, let's see how that goes throughout these 100 days. As entering my new world here, I decided to kill the first thing I saw, which was this chicken. Had to go and start getting the basics for Minecraft, gather up my wood, and keep going on. As I started to venture throughout the world, I ran into this little piggy, and he became my friend for part of my adventure. But I guess you'll see where he takes me throughout this journey. I really realized how fast you needed food in this mod pack. You just burned through it, and I wasn't even a demon slayer yet. So that's a fun experience to learn, and just having to continually gather food all the time. It's part of the fun. But luckily, early on, I ran into the mushroom biome and made a bunch of bowls and milked as many cows as I could and started drinking their milk. And it helped me a lot. It helped me a lot for a while I used it. And so it was all part of the fun. Keep on exploring at this time and creating my basic tools as I started mining and trying to get a little better. It started to get a little dark and got a little nervous. The demons started showing up, so what else could I do? Saw my demon slayer buddies and I saw some demons and my first instinct was run. I tried to tower up and watch my demon slayer friend get attacked and I had to jump in and help him. You know, get ready for the quest. Gave me my items and I was super excited to swing my sword and see what I finally get. Oh man, I got sun breathing. Pretty hyped about that. I started training, killing some more demons. Saw some Hashira friends. Kept going. Followed the bird to my very first area looking for. I can't remember who I was looking for to kill, but I couldn't find him because it was daytime. So I just went to go mine until night came. Found a spawner. Got a couple cool items, some supplies, things that you need for Minecraft. The good stuff, the good stuff. Kept moving along and then I started mining some more, gathering up all the materials that I would need. Saw my little mouse. Got some more food. You really need food in this mod pack. It's kind of ridiculous how much you use. It's like every couple seconds you feel like you have to eat something or else you're just not going to make it. To cook my food, smelt my iron, craft a couple tools. Just get everything ready. Getting ready for the demons to come back out. As you can see, nighttime starts to fall here, and it's when it gets a little scary. I'm not very strong at this point. These demons, even the basic ones, kind of kick my butt a little bit, but that wasn't stopping me from going to complete my first task here, or at least trying to find my first task, but I couldn't really come along. It kept saying it was on this mountain somewhere, but I could not find for the life of me where it was on this mountain. I searched and searched and searched and searched until I decided to travel into the caves. And man, was that a pretty poor decision. Because then I ran into this demon, which I think this is one of the upper ranks. And woof, man, this is a little powerful for me. A little too powerful. I was really weak and kind of got one shot, and so a little sad here. Had to find my way back from my little mushroom area, ride my little cow back over there, my little pig, little periquito. It took me a minute finally to find the cave and traveling to gather all my stuff back. I mean, it's no fun losing all your stuff. I had to get my weapon, my armor, everything, and continue on looking through the mountain. It was crazy. At this point, I was looking through my quests, where I needed to go, what I was looking for, and I I knew exactly what I needed to do, but I had to find Sabato, but I didn't know where he was. So I looked in the caves again, and oof, another poor decision. Look at these things. What are these? Little tentacles. So I just took off. I knew I couldn't fight them after they started kicking my butt. Had to fight off the few demons around me, and I just ran as fast as I could. And then this guy showed up on my way out of town. I think he was the one summering those little things, so he got me really low, and I just booked it out of the cave as fast as I could. Until I came across some of my friends at the exit of the cave, and they had to be my saviors. These guys were tough, man. I had to sacrifice some of my demon slayer buddies just so I could survive to make it out. I got to like half a heart on the way out of here. I made it out, ran along right here, and found some of my Hashira friends, and hid behind them. Actually, that's not a Hashira. That's just some of my Demon Slayer Corp friends, and I hid. I ran while she took care of the rest. Look at those snakes. Man, this guy was a tough demon. I'm not very strong yet, and I didn't realize how strong you needed to be. But we took care of it. And then next thing you know, I ran into, I think his name's Sabato? Maybe something like that. But I ran into him and completed that portion of the quest. He put up a little bit of a fight, water breather. Not bad, not bad. But I took him out pretty quick and continued on. And as I left, the next thing I knew, I ran into the hand demon. This guy was not much of a fight. I realized that I could cheese him a little bit if I jumped around and used my little fire spinning technique and my clear sky. At this time, I didn't know that there was other techniques besides this one. I'm a little bit of a scrub when it comes to this. But as time goes on, I learn a little bit more, and I think right here is where I learned that you can actually use different abilities that change the game. There's this cool one that shoots that little beam out. This one makes me run a million times faster. Now I can run and slay all these cows with no worry whatsoever. So that's exactly what I did. I slayed those cows. I went to my little hut that I found, a different hut this time, and cooked all my food, got ready to go, ran into this super cool little tower thing and explored, found some potions that I couldn't read because it was in a different language. So I decided to drink them. They didn't do anything special. This place was loaded with gold blocks. And you know what that means. Golden apples, because I struggle against some of those demons. But I ran into the problem of not having any apples, so I just had to hold on to it for a minute. Ransacked it for all the food that it had, and I got the heck out of there to the mountain that was right behind, looking for Rui's family so I could complete this next section. There was some of his spiders little running around. There's Rui's dad. I ran into him, and I had to take him down, He didn't put up much of a fight. It wasn't hard at all. It wasn't too bad. All part of the fun, though. Slaying these demons left and right. Trying out some of my new moves, but I took out his dad fairly easy. Kept training. Kept killing my birds. Let me tell you how miserable it is to lose those birds all the time. Kept losing my birds, so I kept having to get more. Testing out more of my abilities. That one was like fake rainbow, and I teleport around. Man, I searched this mountain for Rui. I could not find him. I searched inside, I searched outside, I searched everywhere I could, but I learned really quick that the more that you'd go in to look for these demons in caves, the harder it was to escape if you couldn't find them. So I left and I just decided to check above ground, because I'm pretty sure they're supposed to spawn above ground, and I didn't know if it was a spawning issue or what, but I decided to slay demons for a whole nother night. My bird died again somehow. It just always dies or disappears, so you have to feed him seeds, and just a long process, these birds, to tell me where to go. And it was kind of annoying, to be honest. At one point I just gave up on the birds because it's too much. I ran into Rui's brother here. Little spider dude spit poison at me. He was not much of a fight either, though. At this point, I was getting quite a bit stronger. The more demons that you slay, the more hearts that it gives you. So it's good to know that it's fairly easy to level up and become a Hashira. It just takes a little bit of time. I think it's like 100 or 200 demons that I had to slay. But it doesn't take that long. I could not find, for the life of me, Rui's family up on that hill over there. So I decided to travel to 0, 0 to see if I could just maybe get coordinates for a different hill. And I ran into the drum demon here, and man, he has some range, let me tell you. But with my little zoom attack, I get super close, and he really wasn't much competition. Some of the later demons that you see in this little series is just wild. As I was traveling to 0, 0, I found this cool little village that just had a bunch of food and material. No NPCs spawned for some reason. I don't know if that's my mod pack or what, but it was a cool little village. Had a bunch of food for me, some apples. So I made some golden apples that I've been waiting to craft for a while, and that helped out a lot, let me tell you. At this point, I'd finally made it to my 0, 0 location. There was a really cool house that spawned. There was this big dude that, for some reason, I could ride on top of him, and I took a little bit of a trip. Look at this. I finally leveled up, I believe, to the Hashira level, or I was close at this point. Found some of my Demon Slayer homies, and then they almost died to a creeper, which is it's kind of sad. They fight more. Oh, no, that was the point where I got the Hashira. I was ready to go, and I ran into this guy. He wasn't attacking me, and I thought that was weird, so I ate up, and I decided to strike first to see what would happen, and whew, man, was that a decision I don't know if I should have done. And then he turned into these three guys. I'm pretty sure he's one of the upper ranks, I believe upper rank 5. And man, this guy packed a punch. 4 of those guys, 4 different demons that were all super powerful, just striking lightning all over. Oh man, it was a mess. Had to eat my apple. I was running all over the place trying to kill these guys, trying to separate them to make it a little bit easier. And whew, those lightning strikes were a little intense for me, but I made it through. It took a minute. Had to learn how to use my abilities properly, which was quite fun. To be able to actually strike down these demons. And so, as time went on, they finally whittled them down to, I think there was 2 left at this point. This flying one was one of the harder ones because it was hard to hit him mid-air. But man, these upper rank demons are no joke. They take a lot of time and effort. Came back to my buddy and I asked him why he didn't help me. Then I ran into another drum demon, but at this point I was so much stronger, they don't really put up any kind of fight anymore. Had to find another bird, of course. Take a deep breath there because I'm always looking for those stupid birds. Came across this other mountain that the bird gave me coordinates for and looked a little more promising. I really felt like I was going to find Rue up here. I got more food in this little spider cave and I was ready to go, man. Look, got another bird. I found Ruth's sister, more promising here. Kept searching around. Another night goes by. And then finally I ran into Rue. Finally, it took forever for me to find him, and he put up a pretty good fight. Not too crazy, but at this point I had trained so much that he wasn't much at all. So I killed Rue. I was moving along, figure out where I needed to go next, and it was for the Mugen train. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it or not, but everything got super dark when I came up on the coordinates, and there she was. That was the one who was sending the dumb tentacles after me last time, but you know what, it's alright. I did enough damage. She turned into this giant train. I mean, look at that thing. It's huge. Anytime I get close, I just get shot like 20 feet back. So it took me a minute, a lot of bolts forward here to catch up to finally be able to kill her and pick up her blood demon art. Next up was I ran into Docky right next to her, and oh man, let me tell you, if there's one demon I had a hard time killing in this whole thing, it was Docky. I mean, look at this. I thought she was super strong, and then you kill her, and then her brother shows up. Oh man, and he just doesn't stop. They were too much for me, 100%. They took me out. I was so sad here. I had to sit on the respawn button for a second before I came back, and I realized I hadn't reset my spawn point, and I was all the way back at that cool house I found forever ago. Found another pig, and man, I ran. I ran as fast as I could. I didn't want my stuff to despawn. Took me forever to make it. And then look at this. The drum demon, of course. He's always everywhere I don't want him to be. And you know what? He destroyed some of my items there. When he's using his little deal, it made me so sad. When he's beating on his drums. So my items are gone. Half of my items are gone. I don't have like my chest plate. I'm missing a bunch of my armor. It's just crazy that happened. So I decided I had to go mining to craft some more armor so I could at least be a little more protected when I came across these demons. Cause man, some of these demons, like Docky, is just way too strong. But it is a fun mod pack. I came across so many diamonds so fast when I was mining. It was insane. But it was a good time. Try not to spend too much time mining. And as soon as I got enough diamonds to craft some chest plates and I believe a helmet were the two things that I was missing, I left. I left the cave and decided to keep on my demon slayer journey. I came across this village that was close by to where I needed to go. Got a herd of dogs for me, but man, then I ran into upper rank 1 and he killed all my dogs right off the bat. They didn't even have a chance to make it. I was trying to help this demon slayer buddy, but man, this guy was way too strong. Upper rank 1 was too much. Luckily, I had set my spawn point with one of these waystones, so I was able to go right back over there real quick. And he wasn't there anymore. Upper rank 1 wasn't, so I gathered my gear and I took off because that guy was way too strong for me to be able to fight right now. I wasn't even close to that. I needed to craft my armor and try to enchant a few things before I decided to take him on again. So I organized my inventory, got ready, and started killing some creepers. Just trying to prepare what was next. I was looking for upper rank 1 here again. I don't know why I was even doing that, because he was gonna kill me no matter what. So I decided to stop looking, gather up some food, because I'm always running out of food in this mod pack. Always. So luckily there was a bunch of hay bales I could take, craft a bunch of bread, just eat as much bread as I want, you know. It's easier that way, just to always have bread. Craft my armor that I needed. Get ready for my next fights that I had to do. I believe it was Docky and Gitaro again. But then I ran into my boy Zenetsu and we were just fighting off demons together, man. He was clashing. But he was awake too. Got another one of these birds, you know what I'm always doing. And then I ran into upper rank 3, I believe this is. And he just had a pack of wolves out here. That was scary. I ran from him and finally found Docky where she was supposed to be. And got to docking Gyutaro again. And oof, man, those two were near impossible. Luckily, I wasn't far from where I fought them. They were close to the village. Gathered up my stuff, came back, and I lost my sword. So I killed Demon Slayer to get a sword. You know, I broke the code. Got another sword, and ran around. This time it was lightning style. I was a little sad that it changed, and I didn't like the new style. Trying to learn a new sword, but I found my other sword again. I don't know where I even found it. I just came across it, and Daki was here again, so I was fighting, but with some Hashira friends, and man, I could not kill these two to save my life. They just kept seeing red, kept seeing that respawn screen. Came back, took my lightning sword, and I finally got my fire sword, and I decided to take a break from trying to fight them for a second. And I was gonna make another portal, gave up on that. Decided as soon as night fell, I ran back over to them, and man, this is probably the hardest fight that I had this whole series with these two together. I could not take them alone. I had to go find my Demon Slayer homies and have them help me, and they just kept coming back. Gichiro just kept killing me. Daki wasn't that bad, but man. And then I got killed again by upper rank 1. Had to keep going back, getting my stuff, and I decided the only way I could fix this is to enchant some of my armor. Hopefully be a little better. Fought another upper rank here with the little pot. She was teleporting all over. Almost killed me, so I had to take off and eat some food, then come back and try to take her out. But man, these upper ranks are no joke in this mod pack. I mean, seriously, look at this. And then you got upper rank 1 coming after me. Everyone was there. Kokoshibo took me out. Just kept coming back. All these upper ranks were spawning in this area. I didn't even know what this giant demon was. Then I came back for... It was Daki again. I ran into her again, and finally, the miracle happened where I actually killed him out in that water pond. But it didn't even give me the achievement for it, so it was a little sad. I kept running around, killed this guy, which was upper rank. I don't know which upper rank. I think that's upper rank 4. Or 2. I'm not sure. He had that rifle that I got, but I can't do anything with it. Somehow I found Zenitsu's, or not, Inosuke's sword. I don't know where I got that. He must have died in the mix-up. There's my boy Rengoku. Uzil. I don't know how to say his name very well, but then I started fighting upper rank 1, and this was a fight for the centuries right here. I just kept having to dash over him with my fire wheel, and he fell into this little hole. Started to do all this crazy stuff, and then just trying my best eating as much as I could, and then next thing you know, I took him out. And then it gives you a sword, whenever he dies, which is pretty cool. I mean, this sword was overpowered, to say the least. So I've killed the majority of them of all the upper ranks at this point, and I was ready to go. Oh, this was Akaza, I believe. Man, he was fast. He was all over the place, and it was with my boy Gilmit killing Akaza. We got it done. I came back to this nether portal that I gave up on real quick. Started building my nether portal like a master speedrunner. Look at this. Look at these skills, man. I would love to see anyone build a nether portal as quick as and efficiently as I did. Yeah, no, I'm not. It was rough. I haven't ever really done it before, and my first try was, I got done, but it was just not pretty. Let me say, to say the least. I ran into the nether, took a look around, explored for just a little bit, killed some pigs, and I decided I did not want to be in the nether. I was ready to get out of there. I was running as fast as I could, got my bird, and I was ready to go back to the area where my bird was sending me, but and there was nothing special out there. I found this old guy trading Zenitsu. Found the tongue demon, just slaying more demons, playing with my new sword. Saw a hand demon. Look at that. It was like 2 shots and he's dead. I saw that guy, my homie, another demon slayer. got some new armor, getting ready to go. Made a bed because I knew that some fights were about to happen. It was an upper rank I saw right over there, and I decided I was gonna go fight him. Tried to use some distance, just testing out my new sword. Not getting too close. It was pretty easy. Look at that. I didn't even really lose any health. Slaying demons from a distance. I mean, that's what you got to do sometimes. You just doing what you can to survive. Then next thing you know, I came over the hill and I saw my boy Tanjiro fighting Muzan, and I was game on at this point. I was ready. I was going all out, but really letting Tanjiro take more hits than I was. So it's a little scary. It was my first time really running into Muzan, and Tanjiro was there. Then he transformed into this other demon. I think Tanjiro died from that last attack, which was a little sad. But he'll be back. He'll be back. Don't worry, he'll be back. Then found these cool drills that I could just throw at Muzan from a distance, because man, he was wrecking me, poisoning me. I'd activate my Demon Slayer mark, and I'd just throw these things. I'd run around with them, and this fight took a while. Found some more Hashira to take some more hits for me. I mean, you can't take Muzan on alone. He's the demon lord, You can't expect that to be able to take him out all alone. So let some of my friends go in and join in on some of the action. But I mean, there was a bunch of Hashira that fought him with me, while I just sat back and supported from a distance. Rengoku was gone pretty quick, but you know what? It's alright. We love Rengoku, right? And then he fell into this hole, and I just hammered him with these things. I threw as many blades as I could at him from a distance because he was just so strong. Then I rained moon crescents down on him from a distance as well. Man, it was a lot easier that way. Right before the sun came up, I took Muzan out, and I got the achievement, baby. Woo! Finally did it. Now, I believe there was only one more thing that I really wanted to achieve in this series, and that was to find Demon Tanjiro. And you wouldn't believe it. He was just... The little bar showed up right after. Right after I killed Muzan. So I looked all over for him, and I came across him the next day, and man, whew, this guy put up a fight, let me tell you. I'm glad there was more Hashira that just show up out of nowhere all the time to help out, because I don't know how I would have been able to kill this guy without some help. As I was fighting, he transformed with those little tentacles on his back, and I couldn't even move. I was suffocating for some reason out in the middle of nowhere, and he was just blowing me up. So I just throw these things from a distance. Look at my health right now. I have a good amount of health, right? And then next thing you know, boom, I'm dead. And I was all the way back at like spawn. I guess my bed got destroyed. I was so sad. So I paused for a second, ran all the way back, and he was healed up a decent amount, gathered my stuff, but he wasn't healed up that much. So I killed him from a distance. You know what? I did it. I got his blood demon art, but of course you can't do anything with it. So that's all part of the fun. Well, thank you all for watching. Had to find my two boys before the series ended. Take a final shot with them. But if you guys like the series, please like and subscribe. Let me know if you'd like to see more Demon Slayer. Thanks.